Raichu4u and Pierce.
Yeah, so Goof will be seeing who he plays up here coming up between these two, and Pierce with the Shulk and Raichu4u with the Falcon slaying Jigglypuff.
Yeah, the man who, did you know I wrestled Fatality?
Why, yes I did. Is that Raichu4u?
I just remember, I think Waddle was talking to me about it. Apparently in the chat on UR, they were talking about how like garbage a Puff was because how they were playing. But the moment they get the rest of like best Puff ever, just like my go-to chat. Such a beautiful thing.
Good chase right there with the Nair, reading his get-up option. And Raichu4u really knows how to get good mileage out of the Puff aerials.
Yeah, he's definitely a really good Puff, probably the best in Michigan, I'd fair to say, but until you go for a suspect with a stream like that, unfortunate. The moment you compliment somebody, they go for something. You know? If he had Smash on, that would have killed. And now Pierce opting for Smash.
Yeah, now he's ready for it, but might have missed some golden opportunities right there. And luckily for Raichu4u, not eating too big of punishes for those.
Yep, and the very unfortunate thing for Pierce right there is since he used that Smash attack while using the purple, the purple option, whatever it is.
The Monado.
Yeah, the purple Monado. It reduces knockback, so it's like, it definitely did not work well for that one.
Yeah, a lot of trade-offs with Shulk's gameplay, honestly. You sacrifice a lot, even though you're going for a buff in a sense. You do lose certain situations because of it. Kind of a flawed design in a way.
It's one of those situations where it's supposed to be like a niche for the character, but it ended up working against him. Some niches work, some niches don't.
Yeah, really, you're absolutely right. Some work for the better, some don't. Like Marth's Tipper. That certainly works out for him, doesn't it?
But you have to learn how to space extremely well with him. Which is why a lot of people typically go for Lucy in the beginning. And then once they get spacing down, they go for Marth.
Yeah, and in Shulk's case, you really have to know what situations call for what Monado.
But at the same time, you wouldn't expect a second rest.
You're right.
That's a weird mix.
You're right,
okay,
though.
He missed it once. But the F smash though, nice. Pierce getting these F smashes out. He's gotten punched a couple times for him, but got the one that counted and got him the spot.
All right, and good art coming out here from Shulk. Honestly, the shield, good stuff when you're just coming off that fresh stock. You know, 160%. You don't want to die.
Yeah, especially seeing how they have the invincibility frames. And the only thing you have to worry about at that point is Puff dragging you off stage and gimping you, but I mean, he can just switch to his jump Monado, use his jump, and then come up.
Can you imagine how broken Shulk would be if he actually just kept the Monado out all the time?
Oh,
instead of putting it back every single time. See, watch how he puts it back. He puts it back in his case. In his you know, whatever you call that. Heath?
The sword, whatever it's called?
Sword Heath? I think it's called a Heath.
Okay.
And
I'm not a man of the Xenoblade Chronicles. I just know that.
Well, just in general, like in real life, that's what you would put it in. And
oh, the sheath. Okay.
A sheath, yes, there we go.
See,
I got it.
I'm thinking of like, is that the name of the sword? I'm like sitting there, I'm like,
no.
What's going on here?
Monado's the name of the sword, but he puts it in his sheath every single time it comes out, so I'm just wondering to myself, like, what if he just kept it out like a sword? Like, what if he held it like Cloud held his Buster Sword, you know?
And then he just got...
Right.
Yeah. Okay, I understand.
Like, look how it's on his back all the time.
He always puts it back. What if he was just walking around? Kind of like, something doesn't... Mark and Lucina, they kind of walk out with it out all the time.
Right, yeah. Why would you put yourself in
that? Sword character except for him.
Why would you put yourself in that kind of effort, though? Like, doesn't he get tired doing that? Just hold it out.
I mean, eventually, but maybe it's got to charge sometimes. You know?
Maybe in Smash 5 they'll make that adjustment.
Yeah, and Smash for Switch.
Yes.
In Switch to Smash for Switch.
I really hope they don't call it that.
I don't think so, because it's going to be the 5th iteration, so they can't be clever with the word 4.
Yeah, right. Like Smash for Wii U.
And Smash for 3DS. It worked out, because it was for 2 different consoles, and it...
Makes sense.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we're clever. And also, I can't remember... So, what I think it was Vaso I was talking to about this. He told me that the Japanese version of Smash, it's always the same thing. Like, the Japanese word is brawl always, I think it was. So, in the American version, they're thinking something new and creative. So, I'm pretty...
So they came up with Universe.
Yeah.
We couldn't just call it Brawl again? Like, we called the...
Well, they did call it Brawl, but the idea is if they make another Brawl, it'd be weird. Like, you know, so call it Brawl 2 here, but it's actually technically, like, call it, like, Brawl 5, you know. Well, if they call it probably Brawl 2 here, maybe, like, you know, Brawl 4 for Japan. They'd be kind of like, what's going on here?
Oh, I get you.
Yeah. That's why they always have different names. It's not like a number anymore. It can't be a number.
Oh, I see. I know that. The more you know.
Yeah, it's something that Vaso was talking about. I don't know the actual word. That's why I think it is Brawl, but either way. Back at this match, though, we got Raichu he's bringing it back, definitely.
Yeah.
And Pierce definitely. Oh, here's the thing. Pierce and Raichu, they play against each other. They have played against each other a lot. Pierce is one of the original CPL boys, so definitely something that Pierce is used to. But the weird trade right there, the back air, I don't know what Sean Raichu4u threw out, but the back air clashing and Pierce taking that first aid.
Yeah, honestly, a good option right there. And you see that a lot of Shulks like to space that back air. It's their best option for poking.
It has really great range. It can kind of read. It can read rolls if you approach, and it also can read anyone who's approaching him while he's falling off. As long as they're not directly underneath him, it's really good against slow characters. Essentially, like if swinging Sheik, probably a little bad. She can kind of get underneath it, but for a slow character like Puff, I mean, she has slow air game and a slow ground game.
And low range.
Yeah, very nice options coming out of man. But we have the switch out of Raichu going for Charizard. And he does play for Charizard. This isn't like a weird suspect thing. he does play him quite a bit. He was thinking about picking him as a secondary, like an actual dropping Lucas, I think, and keeping Charizard as the main secondary.
I don't know if this would be considered like a good counter pick.
When it comes to Charizard, Charizard is one of the matches, in my opinion, where it's familiarity. Like, he's a really good heavy. He has really good armor on his moves. And with Rage, since he's a heavy, Rage is a great thing for him. So, I mean, it's dependent on whether or not Pierce knows how to deal with Charizard. That's what this matchup's going to end up with.
Certainly. It's going to be very hard for Pierce to find these stocks. He's going to have to find a hard read. So we'll see how he's able to deal with that. What Raichu4u can do. Alright, the back air mid-space can land into a good conversion. Oh, and the chase down with the dash on the tech read. Good stuff.
Yeah, and bringing him up from, I think it was like 13 to 48%, so it was a very nice combo getting out there and brought it back.
Yeah, evened right up. And now Raichu4u all over Pierce right now, finding his flow. I like the use of flamethrower right there, trying to catch him on the get up.
Yeah, the only problem was he drifted a little bit. Pierce was a little bit too low, so by the time he actually was able to reach it to ledge, the flamethrower was already a little bit too short.
Oh, but not this time. He's going to catch him right there, and he's going to have to get there. And oh, he just missed
tried to go for that punish, yeah.
See, that's what he's been trying to do all along, and it's actually a really good tactic, trying to get that flamethrower to make him recover higher than he wants to. And because he has that upbeat recovery, similar to Cloud, where he kind of just dips over, it can be very punishable. I actually would like to see the Rock Smash on it, honestly. I think the Rock Smash would be a good option. Try to catch that high recovery.
Yeah, I don't believe that it's a good pull move, though, so I'm pretty sure that's why he's going for the better option.
You'd be surprised.
I mean, yeah. It's one of those moves, though, where it's like, I have so many other great options. Right there, a very suspect attack. If I was him, I'd just be going for grab. So now with the back air, with the tip there, the tip of his tail does do a lot more knockback, so very nice work on the spacing there by Raichu.
Arguably the beefiest back air in the game. Certainly going to steal it now. Raichu4u working with the lead, trying to bring this game back to even the setup. Off to a good start, and this is where things can get kind of scary in the matchup, you know? You haven't been able to kill him. He's still got his stock and his rage. Now he does so much percent, and his confirms are going to start to work more and more now. He's getting up that percent.
He's definitely doing the very strong tactic of all heavies. Get hit a lot, take the first stock, and now you just body them because they're afraid.
Yeah, and it looks like Pierce is playing a little scared right now, throwing out just a lot of unsafe options, and his landings are being read very well by Raichu4u. He should just be going for ledge.
Yeah, it is one of those situations though, like, you know, he's in disadvantage, he's against a heavy, and even though he's at 121, that's not really a good kill percent for a heavy. So...
Yeah, and especially for a character like Shulk, and that is going to do it.
Hey, it did it, and I'm pretty sure it's because he had the Smash Monado active, because it does increase his own knockback, so that was kind of an unfortunate timing on Pierce there.
Yeah, it's all about which Monado arts at the time you have, and sometimes you put them in for different situations, but sometimes, like you said, it just works against you.
Yep, and that was a very unfortunate and poor choice coming out of Pierce. He was just trying to steal that stock out, but I believe there's like some weird startup on the Monado so long if you're not moving, and since he was in the air, set pass for a little bit, Flare Blitz came out and took the man stock out. Shulk now on Pierce, debating on who's going to play Shulk. Are we seeing a secondary? I'm trying to remember, I think he plays Mario. I don't remember what his secondary is because he's just always Shulk.
I think he just needs to slow the game down a bit next time. Even if he does lose that first stock, he kind of really started to go in on Raichu4u and was misspacing a lot and too many counters, and he was just put in a disadvantage state, and Raichu4u never gave it up.
Yeah, it's one of those bad, unfortunate things that happen to a lot of us. Whenever you lose a stock, especially against a heavy, you kind of get, the nerves kind of hit you, and you're just like, I need to steal this stock out.
Now he can do so much damage, what am I going to do? Like, you know.
It's like, please, let me take this stock out as soon as possible and minimize any damage given to me. But unfortunately, it did not work out for him.
All right, and I like the counter pick from Pierce here, going with the Corrin. trying to utilize that range and maybe a little bit of a better punish game. Definitely a little more versatile with the character, so we'll see what he can do.
And a lot of Corrin's punishes aren't really punishes that you can kind of trade with and be happy with, in a sense, because most of her punishes are always hard hitting. There's not really a weak punish coming out of her, unless if she's trying to convert into a counter.
Definitely, utilizing that range can be very safe as well. Hard for Charizard to punish, really doesn't have the speed to deal with Corrin.
Yeah, the only problem with that is he does have that. He does have the range, but he's not really using it. He's still kind of approaching a little bit too much for my own tastes.
And yeah, and not getting that Dragon Lunge right there, gonna land in a grab.
Yep. I mean, you pick the you pick the character with long sword. Take advantage of it, especially since I have a triple mechanic too.
Yeah, he's got a space better though. He's kind of leaning in a little bit. He's really not landing these Dragon Lunges all the time, and it's leading to punishes from Raichu4u catching his approach. So he's rolling right there. You never want. Don't use rolling for mobility purposes. Ooh, and the Dragon Fade.
Yeah.
My
just held it out.
Goodness.
It was very strong work, very strong move coming out.
All right, starting to look a little cleaner now. He's starting to get into the groove of things. Ooh, but the down smash and Raichu4u nowhere to be found there.
I will say though, it's pretty nice since the startup on that on his recovery right there, on Corrin's recovery will definitely be pretty good. That was a funny mix-up. I'm pretty sure he didn't mean to do that, but the fake out of that pin right there.
Yeah, definitely going for the strong mix-ups.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay, yeah. He put himself on a bad... Okay, he went for the aggressive option, just trying to re-grab ledge, but Raichu sat in shield and then immediately was able to punish. No matter what Pierce did there, he was getting hit by the down smash.
Yeah. As soon as he let go of ledge, that was it. Maybe he could have tried to jump, but either way, he's down on the stock now. In the same situation he was at, so let's see if he can maybe play it differently this time, but... Oh, but the Dragon Fang!
Yeah,
that will do it!
That was solid work coming in, Pierce. He kind of stood there for a second. I'm pretty sure he was kind of like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, Raichu4u kind of played that poorly where he was approaching and trying to chase down, when really he could have just sat in the corner and forced Pierce to follow in, which Pierce had been misspacing and playing kind of a little too aggressive at times. So
yeah,
definitely
he basically asked me to put in disadvantage at that point.
So Raichu4u unfortunately not playing that correctly. And now for that, it's about an even game, just about. Very close in percents here. Not able to connect that pin to the ground, but still will take the percent.
Yep, and then Raichu running off and then slip back there, able to take advantage.
So be very careful here, just smartly re-grab the ledge. If he had tried to hold the stick down and go right above, it would have been possibly stuck. Trying to catch his landings here. Another shield to Dragon Lunge punish. Starting to connect these Dragon Lunges, and there's the Rock Smash, but
not able to do much when he's got a nice charge move.
Yeah.
The charge smash tag, which also does damage for some silly reason. You know, but why not?
I mean, if any move should, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it does. It looks like it would do damage, but still.
Alright, barely living with Raichu4u, and he just continues to take on more and more percent, but still living, and there's the roll-on get up.
Read, Pierce, nice work. Playing a little suspect in the beginning of that Corrin, but by the end, doing the thinking face with it, the shootout, he's like, alright, whatever.
He got comfortable, man. He got a little more comfortable in the matchup and started to feel it out, and was able